Who's Megan
and
Gailey?
enjoyed it.
The girl who hates you.
Oh, that's right.
Because
I want to apologize to Megan Gailey.
yeah.
Can I do that? All right. I'm just going to tell you my point of view, though, real quick. Okay.
Before you even start, Megan Gailey, consummate professional. I cannot imagine a world in which she was in the wrong here, but go ahead.
Let's back up for a second. I'm in the wrong. And what I shouldn't have done is what I did, and I feel bad about it. Here's what I want, and see if you can pull this off, George, okay? Can you invite her to do our podcast? Okay?
Good fucking luck.
So it's exciting.
I feel like you two have a good thing.
Yeah, we've
we
got
probably
a
do.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
Wait, isn't your husband Filipino?
My husband is
I know we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. I have an apology to make. Can I get to my apology? Because I've been waiting fucking 10 years for this. This has been weighing on my chest for 10 years. Every time I fucking have somebody on too, like Jeselnik, right? I'm like, come on, you're on my side, right? And it's like, no, absolutely not. Like, I can't get anyone, you know what I mean? Because I'm in the wrong.
He can't even get me on his
No
side.
one is on her side.
Start from the beginning.
I will start from the beginning, but I just want to start the show normally.
Okay.
Right? And then we'll get into we have some ritualistic things that we're doing. Right? And then let's get into it, all right? But
into our past.
into our deep past.
See, you're like, what are we talking about? And it's like, this is very Real Housewives right
It
now.
is.
You
I
know?
think it is. I think it is.
I think this is a full season arc, actually.
Yeah,
Real
this is the
Housewives.
reunion.
Oh, so I've never.
I'm Nicki Minaj.
All right.
Yes.
Can I say something? May I say something? This is also, I've never done this before.
Okay.
Like, I've acted a fool and I've
Yeah.
been an asshole.
Yeah.
I never felt enough, like, bad feelings to go, I need to apologize to that person. You know what I mean? This one.
Sociopathic.
Yeah, it's very sociopathic.
I'm like, you've never taken accountability ever.
I know. I have taken accountability, right?
I mean, you're sitting in a beautiful home that it's like, maybe we should all stop taking accountability.
All right, okay, Megan, let's start. Go ahead.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Let's get together as a family and be full of love and appreciation for each other. Yeah. I want to be positive this podcast. I want to be a man of love. I want to be a spiritual person. And I have somebody here on our podcast as a guest that I've been asking for a very long time, I feel like. I feel like I have. I feel like
I've gotten one email.
Yeah.
I know, but I've been
Oh, okay. And I immediately was like, sure.
Megan, I've been thinking about it.
Oh, okay,
right?
gotcha. Okay.
It's not down on paper, right?
All right.
I haven't written an email, right? But I've been thinking about it. So let's introduce everyone in the room. George. We've got Gilbert.
Hi, Megan.
Hi.
My beautiful girl, Khalyla, and me. Let's get into it. So many years ago, Megan, all right, my career was not going well. I was just doing the road to make a living. So I was a bitter person, all right? I'm not making excuses for myself, all right? But when we were in Chicago at the time, I was with Jade Caterpreta.
And we were technically in Schaumburg.
We're in Schaumburg, right?
Because I'm only saying that in defense of you because that's how bad it was. You know, we weren't even in Chicago. We were in one of the worst suburbs of Chicago at a club that I believe used to be a paintball.
It was.
You know, so
a paintball facility. Yeah.
I'm only helping you along. Sorry.
Right. Okay. So it was a terrible. The circumstances were terrible. The environment where I did this. So the first night was fine, I thought.
Gosh, it was truly so long ago. Yeah, I feel like the first night was fine. The first night, I think, was my birthday. That my birthday was that weekend.
Fucking weekend, you ass.
Because it was Jade's birthday. Jade and I have a birthday like one day apart, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the first night was fine.
Yeah. Shows were fun. Did you have fun?
Well,
I'm trying to grab any.
Well, that's. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, I was 2.5 years into stand up. Like I was so new, and I was hosting, and so doing the Schaumburg improv was like a huge deal. And so I probably did have fun, but was like really nervous. And I think I had only hosted for one other person there so far.
Oh my god.
Story gets
I'm such a
juicier.
fucking
For those of you guys who didn't watch episodes ago of Bobby talking about this, Megan, you opened for Bobby. And
Yeah, I was
Okay,
hosting
let's
for
just
him.
get to it. All right, so Saturday night, she comes in, all right? I don't know her. I'm in also a bitter time in my life. I have nothing going on.
probably in Dead in the Winter too.
Dead
and you
in the
probably only
Winter.
wore flip flops to.
I think you had a pilot. You had a pilot that just got picked up.
You had a great career going. You sold
I
the
remember
show.
we were like this pilot, and I was like, wow.
I remember the
cool.
pilot now.
Yeah.
It was Problem
It
Child.
was about,
yeah.
I thought it was about animals.
Oh, it was Animal Practice.
Practice.
It was that far back.
Yeah, because you did not know me yet.
Well, that changes everything. My behavior.
Pre Khalyla, he was a
I was an
monster.
asshole.
Yeah.
That was-
Animal practice. Isn't that crazy that I know the
That's
pilot
incredible.
you were working on?
Yeah, the show got picked up.
Great. I mean, that's
So
that's big.
you won a. There it is. And the monkey was the star.
It looks like
There's a dog in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there I am.
Oh my God, the front guy is
Justin-
on. He's amazing.
He's on Succession.
He's on Succession,
Yeah.
and I did a podcast with him, and he was like a real hunk in person.
Oh my God, he's
too.
the best.
Yeah,
Justin Kirk is his name.
yeah. And the monkey does look like a star. Oh, and then that girl was on the Weed Show.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was on the
Hey,
Weed Show. Yeah.
yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's a fun show. Got canceled after 7.
ABC,
NBC?
NBC.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter, bombed.
Okay.
It ate it. And so you came in and you were wearing a ballroom gown?
That's
What's the real story?
that's such a. I was definitely wearing.
I'm a liar. So.
I was definitely wearing a dress that didn't go past my knees.
Okay.
It wasn't a ball gown, you
That's a lie?
liar.
Let me get to it. That's why I'm in the bad.
Okay.
And that's why I'm apologizing.
Okay.
Do you notice Meg is not apologizing for anything? Because she didn't do anything wrong. I'm the one that's on the fucking operating table here, baby.
Chopping block.
I mean,
Go
you're
ahead.
seeing all the
Proceed,
insides.
proceed.
I will. All right. So anyway, I told her like a fucking asshole, I don't like what she's wearing. Oh fuck! It just sounds.
Yeah, feel it.
It just sounds.
Feel the shame.
It sounds so gross.
Yeah, it
And
does.
so like, what the fuck? All right. Anyway.
Wow.
I'm just worried because if you think this is the worst part, then I don't think you remember. I don't think you remember a lot of
I don't remember a lot of it. All right. Well, this is good. All right, fuck you and fuck you. That's why we're here.
Okay.
Right? Shut up, George. All right.
because I'm like this part. Oh, this was like pretty innocuous to me.
Oh my God. I did something that I don't even remember. Oh shit. So here we go. So I go, I don't like the dress. Something like that, right? It's just not, feels weird.
You said my fans are. This isn't good for my fans.
Wait, you said it out loud?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Megan. I did say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I said it out loud. And then what else did I say?
You had a point with the shoes because you also did not like the shoes. It was truly.
Oh my,
It was,
what an asshole I am.
it was a head to toe read.
Don't look at me like that.
And so the
I judge you from head to toe?
100%. And so you took issue with the shoes, which I actually, you were correct on the shoes because I probably had not a kitten heel because I'm not 100, so I had like an actual heel, which is very difficult to perform stand-up comedy into.
Okay.
That has stayed with me.
That's what I was seeing. I thought we were off balance on stage, right? That's why I was talking about the shoes. You felt off balance.
Yeah. So the shoes, and then that was sort of it until later.
Okay, I think I know where you're getting at.
There's a later.
Are you getting at this point where we're leaving the club, and the sound guy? You texted the sound guy, and I read his text
Yes. While he was in the bathroom.
while he was in the. So he
You
didn't
took
show
his
it to me.
phone.
He did not show it to you.
Oh, that's another. We should call the sound guy.
Stand up again.
He did.
So fucking sorry.
Wait,
We should call the sound guy.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy, Dave. Dave.
Good old Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Dave
Don't
was.
look at me like
Okay.
that. All right? I'm apologizing. Fuck you. All right.
This is great. This is great.
I'm in the back.
this
all right?
didn't happen during my
you did
tenure,
call-
so I don't, you know what I
But
mean?
in the text, though, what did you say though?
I said, hey, I drove back to the city because it was like a 40-minute drive.
Yeah.
I decided to drive back because you guys were going to hang out at some terrible bar, and so I was like,
I know which one it was.
I drove back to this. I drove back to the city. I didn't want to hang out. He's very taxing.
That's what you wrote.
Yeah, that's what I
you
wrote.
I can attest.
All right.
Which I honestly, because I was like, oh my God, because immediately I got a phone call from you and from Jade. And I was like, what the fuck did I say? And I'm like, taxing was very diplomatic of me. Like,
Yeah.
And like,
Oh my God.
I'm a cunt. Like, I'll fully own up to that.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, that's like the sweetest way I could have described.
I was
this
worse than
person.
taxing.
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
You had to toad her. And
What does
said-
that mean? That's what I do to all human beings.
And he said, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
I didn't do that.
You swiped right.
No,
It was
but
left.
that's so funny that you guys do this, human beings, because I looked at her
We're going full
from
apology.
head to toe. I am. But I also look at the inside.
Okay.
And the inside, I saw the pure soul.
There we go. There we
Okay,
go.
so the phone call, you and Jade called her?
Yes, called me.
And then?
And we're like, why don't you like us? Why are you mad at us? Like, what did we do? You know, sort of. And I was like, oh, and Dave had texted me and been like, hey, Bobby saw my phone while I was in the bathroom. They want to call you, and I'm like, what the fuck is going
Oh my
on?
God.
Wow.
Insane people.
It's insane. It's insane. So anyway, so it was.
So you ambushed her.
That's not the end either.
That's not the end.
That's not the end.
How is that at the end?
That's not the end.
Give me the end.
Man.
So then we had a Sunday show, of course. And so Sunday show, I have a friend who's now since passed.
Oh, why? It's getting worse. A guy died?
Who was like, hey, do you think, and this was his MO, God rest his beloved little crazy soul. He would always like try and come out on the Sunday shows with whichever friend was opening and try and get a guest spot or whatever. So he was like, can I come out with you? And I was like, well, he does not like me. I do not think you're going to get a guest spot, but you're more than welcome to come. And so he came with me and I just sat at the back of the club and Dave comes over to me and is like, hey, Bobby wants to see you in the green room.
What?
And so I was like, okay, oh shit. You know, like I was
Shut up, man.
I was terrified. And so Dave walks me back to the green room and walks in with me. And then you said to Dave, like, you can leave now. And so it was maybe
Wait. I just straight up said to
dismissed
your
it.
friend Dave, you can leave?
the sound guy.
Oh,
guy.
Dave. Okay,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
your friend that's a comic.
Not my dead friend.
Okay, is your dead friend alive at this point?
My dead friend is alive at this
Okay,
point.
okay, good.
And desperately trying to get a guest spot.
Did I give him one?
I truly,
I think I did.
I think you did.
I must have.
I think you did.
I always do.
Really funny kid, Dan Ronan. Look his stuff up.
Okay.
Great.
R.I.P.
So you had Dave leave. I don't think Jade was in there, and so it was just me and you. And then you kind of took me to task again, in the green room.
I can hear you from here. I got to take this off.
and really were like, so you think I'm taxing? And I
He confronted you.
I brought it up.
Yes.
I fucking brought it up.
Yes.
Oh, this is terrible.
and like I was 20, you know, I was a 25-year-old girl, and I can't I remember being like, Bobby, I think you know you're taxing, and really sort of was. Even at that moment, I was like, I know that I'm not wrong here. I maybe shouldn't have. I truly had been like, what could I have done differently? And I guess I could have not called you taxing, but
Okay, let me stop, okay? Let me stop for a second, okay? Number one, I am taxing. All right? And I've never admitted that before.
There
I will-
couldn't be a more
All right, Khalyla, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Right? I need allies
perfect
here.
word. I am your ally.
I don't think you are. Right now, I need
But
an
you know
ally.
what? This happened before my tenure, so I can't really defend you. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm your ally too. I'm just trying to really.
I don't.
I'm trying to colonic it. Like, we got to get it all out.
You're right. Okay,
you know?
you're right.
And so we had a conversation in the green room that was not great. I remember. And then
This is the worst.
there's
the worst podcast.
There's
I
maybe
feel so bad.
There's maybe only one more detail left.
Give me the one. Let's get it all out there.
So we did the Sunday shows. They ended because you told me what to wear on Sunday too, and so I did.
Oh my God.
And so I wore what you had
You requested her to wear something. And his butt crack showing is a big deal.
It's really. Well, because the pieces, the pieces are coming back to me. So you request.
Leave some of the pieces out.
I think there's really only like one piece left, and
All
then
right, give me the last piece. Give me the last piece.
So you told me to like wear a certain thing, and I did. And then you were like, "See, that was your best set of the weekend." And I'm like, "Yeah,
I made a point.
I guess you're right.
Did I make a
guess you're
point?
Right."
Did
And
you have a? Let me ask you this: was it a better set that you had? That it was a good set.
Yeah, for sure.
It could have been right.
Yeah, no. I think there was like, yes, there we go.
I think
1 point to you.
You were
1
right.
point to
Half
me.
a
All right.
point.
And then I remember you told me how much you made that weekend.
Oh, that's so gross.
Gross, dude.
So gross.
Bro, that's disgusting.
Why am I so gross? Oh my god, I'm so fucking gross. Okay,
But-
stop.
But that was only because then you were like, hey, listen, I know. I feel like we had a fun weekend though. And so I remember you gave me a bonus.
Oh, 2 points. There you
Yeah.
go.
There we go. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, Bill.
And then-
was that okay? Extra 100?
Yeah, it was 100.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
good. So now let's.
Megan, I'm going to interrupt this by saying before you give an apology,
There's no apology.
I've felt a lot of secondhand embarrassment listening to this story over the years. So I want to secondhand apologize. And to do this, we have purchased 3 ball gowns, and you get to choose which ball gown Bobby gets to wear for the
But
rest
before
of
we
the
do
show.
that, though, before we go into that, right? If we want to do that, all right, it's been weighing on me. It really has, for a long time, and I owe you, okay? And I bought you some presents.
No, wait, hang on. Nope, you're going to apologize in the ball gown. Bring out the ball gowns. Where are they?
I just want to add, this isn't even top 20 terrible things that have happened to me in stand-up
There you
comedy.
go.
All right,
No,
good,
like-
good, good,
There you
good.
go.
There's way.
Thank
no,
you.
here. You're, like, this doesn't even. This is.
Wait, who's wearing what? I'm the only one wearing it?
Purple's pretty. Purple is pretty. I don't like that because I hate bling, but I feel like bling is appropriate for. This is crazy. And that's that's tea length.
Yellow?
No, I think purple. I like the purple.
All right, let's do the purple then.
Wow.
The purple's very Cinderella. Yeah, I only knew that you thought it was a ball gown because listeners of this podcast would come and comment on just random Instagram posts of mine.
Really?
You know, it'd be
Oh,
like me
no.
like meeting my nephew, and they'd be like, "Did you wear a fucking ball gown?" And I'm like, "What is this coming from?"
It wasn't even a ball gown.
What was this? And then I was able to put 2 and 2 together.
It's so
Right.
It's TigerBelly.
this is happening.
Sit down. Have a seat. Oh, your belly is so cute.
Thank you.
It's nice.
Okay, so I want to look in your eyes, okay? Number one, I want to say I've never had an opener, right, an MC, rise the way you have in the comedy business. Usually when you do open mics and stuff, or when you see a host at a club, you never see them again.
Mm-hmm.
But over the years, I've watched you from afar grow, become a part of the community, comedy community, and you did something that is next to impossible. I mean, it's a very difficult world to get into, and you persevered not only through my bullshit, but other bullshit to get to where you're at. And I want to say, I truly am, deep down, super sorry about it. It's not who I am anymore. I think about it, and I would like to have a friendship with you in the beginning. Maybe I can earn my stripes, and then maybe one day you'll like me. For real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the introduction. So I bought you some presents, and in Korean culture, you can't refute any of the presents. You have to take it.
Okay.
All right. So would you like to begin this process?
Absolutely.
Of nurturing and also of
Yeah,
of what?
I just want to say that I rose to spite you. You know,
You were the villain.
I
You were the
wanted to
villain.
see you again.
I know.
And I said-
I know.
No.
But doesn't that give you
I'm totally
motivation?
kidding.
That does give you motivation because I've had so much slight and people fuck me over in this business or be complete assholes, and it motivates me.
Yeah. Well, and I'm being genuinely honest of the things that men have done to me during my now almost 13 years of doing stand-up, truly not top 20
Oh, thank you.
worst. And they are all true losers. And
Yeah.
do not have a nice house. Definitely don't have a George.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they've got no one.
Thank you.
And people are like, you should cancel them. And it's like, they're gonna kill themselves.
I see.
Yeah.
And so you just look at the Facebook posts and know that that's coming.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate your apology.
Okay, good.
And yeah, I'm so happy that you have at 5 months pregnant, you have a bigger belly than that.
I'm gonna let you have that slam.
And so that's actually
gift.
apology enough.
Okay,
you know?
good. So here we go.
Okay.
Stitch Fix! You guys, I don't like shopping. You know, I know what I like, right? But I've always dreamed of somebody to kind of know what I like and then get it for me.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what Stitch Fix is, right? You fill out a little like form, right? It's very simple, right? And then honestly, you fill it out. The things that you get, it'll blow your mind. You'll think to yourself, how do they know?
Wow.
That's what I love about Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix Freestyle is your trusted style destination where you can discover and instantly buy curated items based on your style, likes, and lifestyle. Whether you're looking for a brand you love or to try a new one, at Stitch Fix Freestyle, you can shop over 1,000 brands and styles personalized to your size and fit. With styles for workouts to workwear, for lounging around the house, or for a night out on the town, Stitch Fix Freestyle has clothes for any occasion.
That's right.
Get started today by filling out your style quiz at stitchfix.com/belly. That's stitchfix.com/belly to try Stitch Fix Freestyle. stitchfix.com/belly.
Helix Sleep. You guys, Helix Sleep is mattresses we own in our own house. My brother Steven has a Helix mattress that Khalyla got him years ago. Won't stop talking about it. You guys, are you nervous about buying a mattress online? Let me tell you something. Don't be.
Take our word for it.
Helix Sleep has over 12,000 5-star reviews for a reason. Their 2-minute sleep quiz matches you with the mattress that's a perfect fit. Plus, you have 100 nights to try it out risk-free.
So I took the Helix quiz and I was matched with the Midnight mattress because I'm a side sleeper and I wanted something that feels medium.
They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses, guys. Mattresses great for cooling you down if you sleep hot. Mattresses great for spinal alignment to prevent morning aches and pains. And even a Helix Plus mattress for plus-size sleepers for some of the people that we know.
And Helix
Why'd you
Sleep
look at me?
And Helix Sleep has a quiz that just takes 2 minutes to complete. So if you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free.
Hey, guess what? Also, Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 and by GQ and Wired magazine. Make sure you go to helixsleep.com/belly to try it out for 100 nights risk-free.
Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/belly. That's up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/belly.
Great.
So the first item we got you.
Also, baby shower gifts as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is a Nest Audio for your Google.
Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know what it does, but it's yours.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's leave it there for a second.
Beautiful.
All right, here's the second thing.
When he meant gifts, he meant gifts.
Wow.
I got another Nest Hub thing.
Okay. All
They
right.
go together.
Do they go together?
Yeah.
I believe
They go together.
And
so.
these and I'm not going to return these. I just want to know if there's receipts or if these were promotional gifts that were given to you that now you're
Oh, we have
gifting to
receipts.
me.
Could I say this?
Yeah.
And I'm offended by your question. I'm offended by your question, but I have to say that we went out to a store and we spent our own money
Guys!
on this stuff. That's the
Oh
receipt.
my
Right
god!
there.
This is too much.
When
is
Anthony
too much.
Jeselnik was on
Yeah.
our show, he promised. He was like, I don't know what I have to do, but if I have to give her gifts, I'm going to give her gifts. So he's being true to his word.
I mean, that should just show you the shit I've been through that I opened for Anthony for almost 2.5 years. Like,
Yeah.
You think you're bad. He'll never apologize to me for the things I saw in Nashville.
It's not over. You want
Okay.
some more?
You want some more?
Like,
it's your early baby shower.
this is so exciting.
Or gift it to your
And
husband without.
Is that a fucking... This is...
We also got you an LG
an
sound
LG
system,
sound
and it's also Dolby, which means that
Dolby?
it's surround sound and Bluetooth.
I can't wait to bring this stuff home to my Asian husband. And he's going to go, we have all of it. No, this is so great. No, this is amazing.
What? So you have all of these, right?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what we have.
How many TVs do you have?
We have 2.
You want 3?
And you thought Ellen was great?
Oh
Welcome
my
to
God.
TigerBelly.
Wow.
Got you an LG
4K.
flat
Crazy.
screen.
It's
4K.
Yeah.
It's 4K, Megan.
Oh my God. And CJ didn't want me to come. He's going to be really excited.
Wait. Now let me ask you something. Does CJ hate me? Be honest.
No, I don't think so. He just, I'm pregnant. Someone I love is in the hospital. I just got back from traveling for 18 days. Like he was like, "Do you know what you're going in?" And I was like, I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be nice.
Oh, you think that it was going to be me?
He thought maybe I was walking into a trap.
Oh, there's no way. No, there's no
He's just
trap here.
looking out for you.
Yeah.
There's no trap here.
It could have been. You know what I mean?
Well, I had heard lovely things about you. And so
That's what's
and,
Fucking
and so
stupid, man. It's fucking stupid, man. You know,
This is Bobby, this is like so above and beyond.
Megan, listen to this, okay? Though, too. All right, and I'm not trying to fight for my behavior. All right, but I want to say that I grew up in comedy in the '90s, where it was just as hard for me as well. For minorities, I mean, it was really hard, and I was bullied, treated like shit. I've been beat up a bunch of times, like physically beat up in comedy. You know what I mean? Like where I was bleeding from every orifice in my face. Like people, I've been beat up by audience member. I've just been through a lot of things in comedy, and so 30 years I've been in this business, right? So I think what you witnessed 15 years ago, whatever, was it's not an excuse.
No.
But I'm just telling you that I experienced a lot of trauma in show business, and I crawled my way up like you did, and I just feel bad that I wasn't able to be more supportive. If you were not funny, that'd be one thing. Is that weird to say?
You could be honest.
I think that because you're super talented too, and you have all the necessary talent and traits to be a big star in this business, I just feel like I fucked up.
I will say this. You might have been the reason why, or at least by the time I started going on the road with him, he really does treat everyone so different, so nicely now.
I do.
And maybe it took you.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it honestly was a good lesson for me too, because it's like I was a host and then I was a feature and now I'm a headliner, which is, I think sometimes now kind of rare to have gone through, because it's like a lot of people just go straight to headliner and don't. And so it taught me too of like, you don't know who you're going to see again. And that's sort of how I was raised anyways. But it was like, oh yeah. I mean, and I think about this all the time. The people that are managers' assistants, they're going to run networks in 5 years.
100%.
And so you do go, oh my God, like everybody comes back around that, yeah. It really was. I remember the first time seeing you in LA.
You said something to me.
And it was definitely, you saw a ghost,
You're
you know?
flustered. I think I remember that night.
I remember the night. I remember the night.
He came
I saw
home.
a ghost that night.
Yeah.
You did. You came home and you were like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I was freaked
You had
out.
an oh fuck moment.
Yeah, because you came up to me, you go, I live here and let's just be friends or let's be cool or something like that. And I go, okay. All right, she's here. You know what I mean? And I remember coming home and being frazzled by it.
You were. I remember that night.
Yeah. I learned a very big lesson.
And now you're a beautiful quinceanera.
And thank the Lord Jesus Christ. Are you
Yeah.
Christian?
Irish Catholic.
I live too. And
What did you say?
I love too.
I love to. Yeah.
I love too. I love all that Catholicism, right? I have a feeling that that this is going to turn out to be like Eleanor and I.
Yeah, you and Eleanor are like.
Me and
right
Eleanor.
now.
There's Eleanor Carragorn.
yeah, you had a. Did she-
25 years of her wanting me dead,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then one day we just hashed it out. I'm a fighter,
yeah.
and I'm opinionated, and it's not good, and I want to change. You know, so your husband,
Yeah.
CJ.
Yeah.
I've seen photos.
Yeah.
Cute Filipino.
Thank you.
She's Filipino. I love Filipino.
You're gonna have a baby me. I'm half.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, look how good it's gonna look.
No, it's really. We're having a boy, and I was like, I don't know if I could handle having like an exotic daughter. Like it's just.
They're a handful.
It's just. And you're Filipino too.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was.
I've heard about your husband because I'm from Chicago.
Oh,
Everyone
okay.
kept trying to get me to meet him. but
Yeah.
we never crossed paths.
Wait, is he a comedian too?
He was, and he's big in the. He has his own sports creative agency and has merch and is I think a celebrated Filipino in the circle. But I was gonna guess you were Filipino, but he's asked me to stop doing that
Why?
because sometimes they're Vietnamese, you know.
Yeah, either or. You
Yeah.
don't know.
And he's like, it's not. No one thinks it's cool that you can guess who's Filipino.
When white people can do it, I give them a thumbs up when they can
I
do
got a
it.
fist bump.
Yeah.
Like when a white dude's like, hey, that guy's Chinese, right? I go, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always feel like,
and Chinese is what most white guys guess. You know, like,
yeah.
oh, he's Chinese, and you're like, that's a Colombian man.
yeah.
But I feel like I am. I think my Asian radar is very, very good. I mean, I have an Asian inside of me
Right.
Do.
currently.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I don't want you to. This is just something I would ask anybody.
We start a new feud.
Maybe I'll start a new feud. Would you say did you ever always date Asian guys?
No.
Okay, you don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, that was really intense.
Like it's the most
he was
disgusting
gonna
thing you've
accuse
ever.
you of fetishizing, like
No,
George,
this
because
is,
George.
No, I'm not
well,
accusing.
Sorry,
I wasn't
George.
accusing. When it's no. When it's reversed like that, that's
Yeah.
not fetishizing.
No, and
That's-
I have a joke about it. I mean,
Oh, you
it's
do?
obviously very rare
Yeah.
to see white woman, Asian man.
Yeah.
This is first Asian man, and I had dated honestly every race but Asian. And then we were friends for 8 years before we.
maybe that's what I sensed in the green room.
I saw him the night that you called. Like I was actually at a party at his ex-girlfriend's house, so I was with him the night that.
How
this
does
all-
it turn over if you've been friends and had this
Yeah.
like, platonic thing for 8 years?
8 years.
What is the point that you just kind of both agree that it's no longer that?
I think we both had pretty dramatic weight losses, and then that sort. And then the 2016 election happened, and it really shook me too. And I was
yeah.
I just flippantly was like, I'm not gonna fuck a white dude until
That's funny.
a white dude until this rights the ship. Which was like a path I was already sort of on anyways.
Yeah.
And definitely giving my pussy like a lot of credit to be like, I'm going to somehow turn the 2020 election. And speaking of bad road, I like went to Scottsdale the weekend after Trump got elected. And it was like, I knew going in, like, this is going to be brutal. And so I promised myself, I was like, you can have like one meltdown, and you can yell at one and like Arizona, I'm from Indiana. So it's like, I grew up around all types of people and beliefs and
In Indiana,
in Indiana. Yeah.
there are mixed people there.
Oh yeah. I'm from Indianapolis.
Oh, India, but yeah,
yeah.
I like that club. Crackers.
Helium.
Is there?
There's a Helium now. I don't know what's going on with Crackers.
But do you know the lady that owns?
Ruth Ann.
Do you like her?
She's always been very
Yeah, she's nice.
kind to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first place I ever did stand up.
Yeah.
And so, like, Arizona's like, I mean, Indiana's confusing to me too because it always you see Confederate flags everywhere, and you're like, this was the North, like this was this was the first like stop on the Underground Railroad that they were like safe, and now you've gone back.
Yeah.
But in Arizona is people that like want to live in LA but don't have any skills. And so You're just
That's hilarious.
and they have the worst plastic surgery because like the science for some reason hasn't gotten there yet. So you just have the ugliest, craziest, racist faces staring at you.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a brutal place to
Ooh,
be.
that's a good place for Real Housewives, don't you think? Scottsdale?
Yeah, Scottsdale, absolutely. I always think of Scottsdale as where every NFL player gets a DUI because it's like the off season. They have like nightclubs. Like I went to a Scottsdale nightclub that was rivaled Vegas. It was insane.
Wow.
And you're like, why the fuck is this here? Why do people come here?
There's one great thing about Scottsdale. Their chopped salad. Have you had it there? Remember that thing that was like lined up with like, we went to that one restaurant, it's called Public or Citizen or something like that. And remember that? They had a really good salad. That's all
That
I
was
remember
really
about
fucking good.
Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arizona for me reminds me of San Diego. It also reminds me of bits of Florida, right? Where there is a conservatism there that's the kind that you see on Fox almost, right? And I can never crush. I've crushed in places, but Arizona's hard to like just get a huge crush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but it's a weird town.
I've done there. The club I was doing in Scottsdale had been on Bar Rescue twice.
Oh, really?
I love that show.
That's so funny.
So it was definitely like, well, this is, and the owner usually does like 45 minutes, which
Rick Bronson?
it's not Rick Bronson. I do like Rick Bronson.
Love
though.
Rick
He's
Bronson.
very kind to me.
Love Rick Bronson.
No, it's some other guy who I don't know if, but he was going to be out of town that weekend. So I actually ended up having like a fine weekend.
Yeah.
But I've had fun at Stand Up Live.
That's a good club.
Yeah.
Tempe.
I've had a lot
Tempe
of,
is a great club.
yeah, I've never been to Tempe.
Yeah. I think you would do well in Tempe.
Thank you.
Do you like headlining?
I do.
I hate it.
I mean,
You
no,
hate it.
I like
You
you
hate it.
heard
You
me
hate it.
hesitate. I honestly really like doing stand up in LA.
If I would prefer if my career was just in town. 15, 20 I mean, I did Skylar Stone's Jam in the Van. I did that Supernova, some store spots. I did pretty good this week in terms of financially.
Yeah. And you don't have to go anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
And it's, I think, yeah, I actually really like, I lived in New York before this and I love doing stand up there too, but I like being at home. And so I do like,
You're a home person?
I'm not a home person, but I do, I like write now. And so it's like, I do kind of like that traditional structure of a job in a lot of ways.
Well, are you staffing at on something now?
I'm going back in a few weeks. Yeah.
Oh, good. What show is it, dude?
No, it's Pause with Sam J.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great show. I love her, too.
I love Sam.
I love her. She's
And-
so funny.
And we wrote the whole first season over Zoom.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we all got I was vaccinated like right as they started shooting, and so I got to go to New York twice. I wore a massive dildo and fucked a watermelon. And that was my HBO debut.
Oh, great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You wore a dildo and you fucked a watermelon.
Right.
That's amazing.
Wait, Jack's on that too, right?
Yeah, Jack is on it.
Who's Jack?
Jack Knight.
Jack Knight.
Love that guy.
Zach Fox.
Love him.
Langston Kerman.
Never heard.
You would know Langston's
Love Langston.
Huge.
Love Langston.
Langston's really handsome. He was
Yeah.
on
So
Ins-
handsome. He's on Insecure.
He was on
Oh, he's
Insecure.
Insecure.
First season.
So you're
Yeah.
doing A-list shit. I would think that, can I just throw this other idea out? I would think that because the experience with me in that green room that weekend, that I would have turned you off from Asians.
Well, I mean, we didn't get together for 8 more years.
Oh, I
You know,
see.
Could
so it
happen
was a
faster.
long
8 years of just kind of getting that weird Asian vibe off of you.
Yes, yes.
Right, you shook it. Probably in your head, you're like, not all Asian guys are the same. There's evil ones, and then there's good ones like CJ.
The white girls that you've dated, well, except for Sarah, did they always have a history of dating Asians?
They've always, there's always like a thing where it's like you're laying in bed with a white girl, and they go, in the 70s, my dad used to take me to this kung fu festival.
Oh.
And I go, what kind of, like a film festival? And I just remember as a little white girl sitting in the theater, just being exposed to Asians in that way. It's like always, if you go to their house, there's bamboo, and there's like a little casing where there's nunchucks, and there's a Bruce Lee fucking,
Yeah.
there's a vibe about it.
That was not the vibe. That's not the vibe at my house. I think my parents, honestly, my dad would have preferred, like, he just loves basketball and football. So he was like, people would be like, Megan seems like she's going to marry a black guy. And he'd be like, I love it. I can't wait. Her brothers are terrible at sports.
So you have real liberal parents.
Yeah.
That's so lucky.
It's weird.
Why?
I do. No, I feel so
lucky.
But then there's also times where I'm like, would I have been able to overcome, because I agree with them on a lot of things. I've definitely pulled, especially my dad, further. You know, I am very open about having had an abortion. And so there's stuff that made him be like, oh yeah, it's like, I hate when guys are like, I have daughters, I have sisters. It's like, you shouldn't have to have that to be able to like understand a human being. But I do think my experiences have helped pull him in towards my direction.
You know what's interesting? I did that with my parents.
Yeah.
My parents were the most racist people you've ever met in your life. Filipino people should all die.
So it's about other Asian people.
Yeah, he would stand up and make announcements like that.
Well, I will say this:
It's
but inter-Asian racism is real strong. The
So real.
Koreans,
Very strong.
they come to my country, to the Philippines, and they treat us Filipinos like shit.
Yeah.
But we treat your land so pure.
No, you don't. You fucking write, with a
Graffiti.
Sharpie on our coral.
I know. I don't like them either.
Like who?
The Koreans in Cebu.
Oh, yeah,
I was yelling at them as well.
You were.
Don't talk
And
to me like that.
is it a class thing?
It's a classist thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like in South Africa when I performed there. The lineups were me, Trevor Noah. Had to throw that in there.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Pablo Francisco, a bunch of people. And I would open the show, and I would kill 2,000 people. And after the show, we would do a meet and greet, and all the South Africans would wait in line. And the promoter looked at me and he said, no one is going to say to you, you're funny.
Whoa.
And I go, why? I just killed it. He goes, it's Asians are third-class citizens here.
Wow. What the?
And I go, we'll see. I killed it. We waited in that line. People would just walk by me and go to like, you know what I mean? Either Trevor or some white guy and go, you were hilarious. And just walk past me. I did 30 shows.
What?
30 shows I did. Not a single, you're funny.
So they
Damn.
felt comfortable laughing at you.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to then be like owning up to it individually.
Affirmation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's fucked up. But
Can I tell you something I did that was so fucked up?
What?
This is a part of my... So they asked me, can you judge a local comic competition in South Africa? Because I had one night off. So I went to a coffee shop. It was slammed. Some guy was so funny. I gave him 10 stars. After the show, I walked up to him and I poked him on the shoulder. And he turns around and I go, hey, I just want to let you know I'm a comic from LA. I think you're hilarious. He turns back around and starts talking to whoever he was talking to. So I went back and I changed his score.
I think that's good.
Good for you.
I changed the score to a 9.
That was still good.
Yeah, you
Still
showed him.
won, but it felt good to give him a 9.
Yeah.
That's and
It's
this
nuts.
is recent in
This is probably 10 years ago. FanDuel Sportsbook.
Yeah.
You guys, I love online betting, and FanDuel Sportsbook is my favorite one. Wild Card Weekend just got wilder.
Oh, yeah.
FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with 30-1 enhanced odds when they make a deposit.
Wow.
That means you can bet $5 to win $150 on any team to win any wild card game.
Okay.
FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. It's a simple and easy to use app with generous promotions every day. It's safe and secure with best-in-class customer service.
When you win, FanDuel will pay you and your winnings in little as 2 hours.
Oh.
If you already have FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel is hooking all customers up with $50 when you refer a friend. Plus, your friend will get $50 too.
Don't miss your chance to win $150 off a $5 bet when you use the promo code BELLY when signing up. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, use promo code BELLY, and pick your wildcard team before kickoff. Disclaimer, 21 plus and present in AZ, CO, CT, IA, IL, IN, MI, NJ, PA, TNVA, or WV. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Bonus for TN users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. TN site credit expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gaming problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. COIAMINJPAILVA. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342-AZ. 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. CT 1-800-9-WITH-IT-IN. TN Redline 1-800-889-9789 TN or visit www.1800gambler.net. WV.
BetterHelp. You guys, I usually do a funny little jingle, with these things, but with BetterHelp, sometimes I don't like doing it because I want to take it seriously. BetterHelp has saved our lives here at our house during the pandemic. We needed therapy. We used BetterHelp. We got it.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Check out betterhelp.com/belly for 10% off your first month.
BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Unload the stressors and get some unbiased feedback. You'd be pretty surprised at what you might gain from it. See for yourself.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and TigerBelly listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/belly. That's BetterHelp.com/belly for 10% off your first month.
The dynamic in foreign countries, like performing there, is very hard to it's confusing. I did shows in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, and my mom is Irish Catholic and my dad is Irish Protestant, and it's like, do not, like, when they're there, they're like, do not fucking tell anybody. Even though they were American, they're like, if you are talking to a Catholic person, your last name is my mom's maiden name, McMahon. If you're talking to a Protestant person, say your last name is your last name, Gailey. Like, and I look very Catholic. I look very.
Well, what's the problem? If you weren't that, they would treat you like shit, or what?
Yes, they hate each other.
They're at war.
They've been at civil war since
Martin Luther.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they find American racism they're like, your racism has been like 250 years. Get the fuck. You guys got to get over it.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
But I was doing shows there, and my mom like begged me, and it was in. They have it's like the most walled city in the world because they separate the Catholic neighborhood and the Protestant neighborhoods. And so I was performing in a Protestant neighborhood, and my mom was like, Megan, do not fucking be cute. This is not a time to try and push the envelope. I do not want you to tell them that you are from a mixed family.
So they would be outwardly
Hostile?
People would see, once they found out we were American, less so.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, whatever you guys are doing over there, do whatever the fuck you want. But if people would like see my mom and dad and I out to dinner, and my dad looks very Protestant and my mom looks very Catholic, I remember on multiple instances.
Wait, they look it?
Yes.
Wait, how does a Protestant guy look?
So Protestants tend to have the darker hair. Black Irish is like traditionally what a Protestant looks like, and then a Catholic is fair, freckled, red hair.
Oh, okay.
So that's, and then there's like, sometimes it's not that, but that's like kind of, and so people would see the three of us together and shake their heads at us.
Wow.
Or like, and it was usually older people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's still there.
It's still there.
You know what? None of that is ever going to go away. The Israel-Palestine conflict, that conflict, is that human beings? We're just born as tribes and we conflict and that's it?
And this one, they sort of like, they call it the Troubles. That's what they call their civil war. They're like, oh, we had a spot of troubles. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, wow.
It's
That's what they call it,
so
troubles.
like, it just like shows you what it's like to just like clamp down all of your emotions and feelings. Like, that is who they are.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a lot better. They have a peace treaty, but the walls are still up. They're still up from Molotov cocktails like that. And I don't think they will say the troubles are over. It's just, they have periods that it's better.
If I was a Buddhist guy, I was an Asian guy, I was married to a Protestant, would they be mad because I'm Buddhist?
No, their most popular mayor they ever had was Jewish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they only hate each other.
They only hate each other.
Mm-hmm. We were in Australia when I was 10 years old for a swimming competition. My mom, we had like the whole Philippine delegation there. And we were in Perth at this time. This was in the mid-90s. And everywhere we went, like we would always hear some type of like, they would call us. You know what they would call us? They were like, "Look at those little brown machines." So I was like, "Is that a slight,
That's
or
a
is that
slight for sure.
they're like little brown machines?" And I remember like my mom saying like feeling because like English is not her first language, you know. She was complimented by that. She was like, "Oh, they call us like brown machines. Like that must be a good thing." And my sister and I were like, "Pretty sure that's not good, Ma."
I don't think that's good.
And were you raised in the Philippines?
Yeah, I was.
Wow. See, like my husband doesn't even speak Tagalog. You know, I think he was part of that.
Did his parents grew up there? Or
Yes, they moved here when they were in their 20s.
So when you go to like family things, it's still very Filipino is
Yeah.
still like the Filipino food and all of that is still a big part of it, though. Right?
Oh yeah, when we go to Thanksgiving, it's lumpia, it's
Yeah.
like fried rice.
Yeah.
It's there, and I mean, sometimes they obviously like fried rice isn't Filipino, but they're like, yeah, we just like cook all the Asian food.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do feel bad for. I mean, my husband wishes he spoke Tagalog, but like they immigrated and moved to Iowa. And then moved to Erie, Pennsylvania. And I think his parents' goal was just like assimilate.
Yeah.
And so they spoke Tagalog at home.
Yeah.
And so he can kind of understand it, but he was not actively taught it.
I think that's really similar to you, right?
Very
Dale?
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're-
Georgia. So
Georgia.
Megan seems like somebody that like you, that if you went out with a guy, right, who was from faraway land, a country you'd never heard of, and whatever their family was cooking, regardless of what it is, you would still eat it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
got to.
But there are a lot of white girls. They're like, I'm not eating that. Like I've gone to Korean restaurants with white girls, and they've seen like it's just bibimbap, which is
You're that white girl to me. I've taken you to multiple places where the food has been a little bit, you know, edgy. And you're like, I'm not eating that. And I'm like, what kind of fucking Asian are you?
Well, he's
Man,
right.
this is a tough episode for you.
this has been the worst for me.
Wow.
Because I've never been like this.
Wow.
In a
This is the
dress.
first time
dress?
I've ever been like this. I feel like honestly, dude, Megan, honestly, I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm gonna fucking do? I'm gonna force myself in your life.
That sounds terrible.
not in a
Yeah.
no, not in an illegal way.
No.
He's going to force himself to be the godfather.
I know. No, I'm going to tell that once a year.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my son, Bobby's your real dad. And then just be like, no,
yeah.
no, CJ, that's your daddy. That's your daddy. That's your daddy.
And I'm gonna have
Bobby's your real
CJ
daddy.
eating out of. I'm gonna be best friends with your husband, CJ. Right? You're gonna be a part of this family.
Can you get his mom to meet Joe Coy? That's all she.
Yeah.
That's all
You
she
can
wants.
make
You guys
that
know Joe
happen.
Coy? Yeah.
If I made
You're like best friends?
How big is he?
If
How
I
big is
made-
he to the Filipino?
Yeah.
All right,
It's crazy.
if I made that happen.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but if I could make it happen.
Yeah.
If I made it happen, right? Would that give me a couple of points in your? Let's. Okay, I want to know where I'm at. I want to know where I'm at. Okay.
What's the scale?
We've done this now, right? We've opened, right? I apologize, right? These things are from the goodness of my heart. I want you to take it home, right? And I want you to be complete and fucking honest with me, Megan. All right? Do you believe my apology?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
But I came in good. You know, like I came in being like, we're good. Not that we weren't. Like, it's not like I heard it.
We were good.
No, to me, we were. To
But
me-
we're not.
I know, but to me, it was truly water under the bridge. We're
Okay.
totally.
But because you didn't do anything wrong.
okay. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, so you're
an innocent
guilt,
bystander, right? What I'm saying though is that if okay, let's what?
I love the way
You live the truth.
All right, so let's bring it down to 10 points.
Okay.
Okay. I love my mom 1 through 10, a 10. I love my brother Steven 10.
Wow.
I love Khalyla a 10.
Here's the
Gilbert, this is the true number 1 through 10. Let's see what 5 is. 5 to me is, who would be a 5 to me?
Andres.
Andres is a 6.
Oh wow.
Right. I'm going to give you an 8.
Wow.
Oh shit. I'll take that. Thank you.
You, George, I'm going to give you a 9.
Wow.
Wow.
George.
In front of me? In front of me.
He does more for me.
That's true.
He does
two
more
shows.
for me.
That's how you measure.
So that's how I measure. And then people that I hate, who do I hate? There's a guy in that poster I
Oh, yeah,
hate.
yeah, yeah.
Right? I give him a 2. Okay? So, with that scale, right,
Trying to figure out which one it is.
I can just tell you and you beep it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was the one guy whose name I didn't know.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's
So
the guy.
now that's
the
so
guy.
exciting.
So with that being in play, right? What would you give me, 1 through 10, right now?
Of like love,
Not just love in terms of just as a human being. You know what I mean? Where I'm at with you,
I think like a 7.
dude. That's all I give a shit about. 7 is the highest number I ever thought I could ever
Good.
get.
That's really good.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I
I'm
was
gonna-
like, I hope that's not too low.
No.
No, that's my honest. That's
the-
my honest.
You're a 4.
Wow.
Never give your
And wear the dress when I tell you to dress. No,
Well, even
if I double down, I'm doubling down.
seeing you in this gown with Adidas sandals on, you're every like drunk bridesmaid. Such a funny visual.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dress.
Thank you. Yeah. So a 7 is all I give a fuck
That's
about.
really good.
Yeah, but you know what my goal in life is? And I promise you I'll get there. A 9.
Wow.
Damn.
No, an 8. I'll never get a 9 with you. An 8. Right now, you're at an 8 with me,
Pretty high.
right? Because you came over, right? You were very funny, confident. You stuck to your guns, and you accepted my apology, and I just really appreciate it. And I'm going to be honest with you, a weight has lifted from me.
I'm glad.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is a Christmas miracle, you know?
A weight has lifted from me, and I feel so much freer. So thank you for allowing me to go through that experience, because
This is really like not even joking, been heavy in his mind for a long time.
I feel bad
Oh,
about that.
no,
though.
please don't. No, I need to learn.
But it's genuinely like
Oh, Megan, I'm killing it.
because
No, I mean, no, I
Don't
just,
worry about
like,
it.
I didn't.
I
Want
didn't need
to
it,
Be,
but- yeah.
but the thing is, it's like because there was part of me like once Jeselnik was on, and he did tell me he would buy my baby a box of diapers for every time his name was said during this episode, and I think we're at like 4. So it's like,
Wow.
I'm leaving with more presents than this.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if he's gonna want to. I wonder if he's gonna want to talk to me at some point. I know that's like
Wait, when did you feel that?
after Anthony told me about the episode.
Right.
Yeah.
No, as soon as that happened, that was the moment where I went, we got to get her eventually. This has got to be, I cannot think about this anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too much. I want to be free of it. Also, it's like if I see you at the improv, I want to be able to say hi.
Yeah.
I want to be able to avoid you. That's weird.
No.
But so, this is from the bottom of my heart. I owe you more, I feel like. But I think a TV is suffice.
A whole
And some of
sound
the little
system.
gadget and the whole sound system. I think that's
I may
suffice.
ship that TV to my parents. They really,
do.
they have.
Please do it.
I was at their house the last 2 weeks and they have the tiniest TV.
Oh, they would love this thing.
Little
Perfect.
tiny.
Yeah, give
baby
it. Ship this whole thing, the whole
TVs.
system.
This is no, this is big.
I have another question to ask. Would you ever do stuff with us again?
Yeah.
Was it pleasant for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're very good.
And I was feeling really sick. I have like nighttime sickness instead. And I was like, honestly, if this was anything else, I'd probably cancel just because I wasn't feeling good. And then I was like, I don't want them to think I canceled because I'm not in a good place.
Oh, I see.
So I was like, I like ate a banana, ate a protein bar, like truly was like, okay, we got to put on real pants. Like you got to get yourself over there. And there's a sandwich place right by here I like that I have
one?
promised my.
oh
So
god.
Is that the
good.
So good.
Is that the pressed ones we get?
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking good.
They're so fucking
So
good.
good.
I hope
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't out your location.
No, you didn't. But I have a feeling that we'll be seeing more of you.
Wow.
Okay.
2022.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being a mommy?
I'm definitely nervous. I'm very, very nervous about giving birth. And I'm nervous about, I've been in therapy since I was 14 and I know the like damage. And I love my parents. They're amazing. But it's like, oh, your parents can really fuck you up. And I'm kind of fucked up and am overly open. And it's like, I do it to CJ and he like kind of knew what he signed up for. But I'm like, fuck, I do imagine that like I'm going to tell a joke about my kids someday they're gonna be like, why did you fucking say that about me? So I already worry about screwing them up. I honestly have realized recently that I come from a family of alcoholism, that we had secrets, and so to counteract that, I became an oversharer because I was like, I'm having to keep secrets that I don't want to be keeping. So now I'll just tell everybody everything about me.
We
Because
have that in common.
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of comedians do, where people will always be like, why do you do stand up? You know, like you could sell real estate. Like you seem like a normal person. And it's like, oh, well, you know, there's drunks in my family. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah, but I have to be honest, I like Midwestern-y white chicks that are super funny. Like Rose is like that a little bit to me, right? You like Rose?
Rosebud?
Yeah.
I think of her as being from like Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
From very like
Well, no. Yeah.
not literally the Midwest.
Yeah.
But just like, you know what I mean? Just
I think Chicago, like when people are like, oh, I can tell you're a comic from Chicago, it means a lot to me. And it's like, we're so annoying. All we ever want to do is talk about Chicago. Like, it's like, I just want to talk to Gilbert about restaurants right now. And like, and it's like,
Gibson's.
Yeah.
He loves
Gibson's.
Luminati's.
Luminali's I love.
I had it like 2 weeks ago. They have one in
Portillo's,
Indianapolis.
like
I do it. There's a pancake place. I like it too.
Oh.
Pancake House. Anyway, we do at the end. we do a thing called Unhelpful Advice at the end. So what people do is they email us as problems, and we try to answer it. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
great.
Unhelpful Advice with Megan Gailey.
Hey guys, my name is Modar, and I'm a 28-year-old man from Syria, but I've been living in Germany for almost 7 years now. I'm feeling disconnected from my country and culture. I don't feel like I belong neither in Syria nor in Germany. The good thing is that I like my life in Germany. So my question is to you, have you ever felt that you don't belong and even disconnected with your own culture? Would you also feel obligated to your own culture and country?
Oh my God. That's
Maybe being
Deep.
Irish?
That's
do
a
you
hard one.
feel-
That's a tough one.
a really, I don't think I can give advice about that. Yeah.
I
When
mean-
he said Syria, I was like, oh my God.
I can maybe speak to that, but
Yeah.
a little bit, because I'm still a 1.5er and I still had, some level of privilege both in the Philippines and over here. But I can speak to the feeling of being in limbo or the sort of like cultural dissonance where sometimes you feel like you belong everywhere but nowhere at the same time. And you sort of become this person that I pride myself in being able to fit in, but it's almost like that's by circumstance that I've had to do that. Be very like adaptable because of like that big change that happened to me when I was 15.
I mean, I was like I have 28 first cousins. They all went to Ivy League schools,
Yeah.
except for my brother and I.
Yeah.
I never went to college. I flunked out of high school. I went to 4 rehabs as a kid. You know what I mean? Just so many problems. I go to Korean church and no one would say anything or talk to me. I was a fucking black sheep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I felt alone and confused. I didn't know what it meant to be Korean or American and lost. I don't know anything about that. I know that I have found myself, who I am.
Germany, I mean, white Europe is very racist. Like parts of Paris
They
are.
throw bananas
Yeah,
on the fucking
they're-
soccer field.
they're
That's crazy.
We've got a lot of problems, but they've got a lot of problems too.
Yeah.
And invented colonization. So
They really did.
And I know Germany feels really bad about what they did.
Do they?
They definitely did try and take over the world and genetically cleanse. And so I have to imagine being a brown person or just a person that looks different living there is like exacerbates that. And even if he wasn't a refugee, if he came on a work visa, then you're trying to prove, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
Wow.
be against me. Let me stay. But it's like, I can't, my bad advice is like, is there a group of like Syrian expats? But then I wonder, do authorities there see Syrians gathering and go, they're up to something?
Yeah.
Like, is there a way for them to even get together and hang out that isn't going to raise red flags just because people want to raise red flags?
Yeah.
I've heard lots of Black people and Latina people say that Filipino people are their favorite Asians.
Yeah. But Gilbert calls us the Mexicans of the sea.
Yeah, like Black people
my
are always
father.
like, oh no,
Oh, your
it's
father.
Filipino people are like that.
Well, I mean, when you said CJ was in comedy, that's not a surprise to me because I find Filipinos to be extremely funny. It's in their culture, right? This guy, Joe Coy, the list goes on. CJ, you know. Number two, I think that they're the most talented people aside from Black people on planet Earth.
Oh my God, the dancing.
I
The
think
dancing.
The karaoke.
Oh
He'll
my
show
God.
me clips of guys playing basketball shoeless, and he's like, "You just gotta,
So
you gotta
good.
get them some shoes over there." And they're fucking Euro stepping on just like dirt ground. And then truly singing beautiful karaoke right after.
Yeah, you guys are great people.
Oh, I got a break dancer inside of me. I feel it.
Oh, in your belly?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't wait
I think
for
he's
him
gonna be
to-
handsome.
I hope.
Are you
I
excited?
mean, look at this couple. I mean, of course.
Oh my! Look at how beautiful that is.
That's the best That's the best picture of us that
Is that
exists,
wedding
though.
day?
That's wedding day. Yeah.
That's a great fucking photo.
Yeah, he's a handsome Filipino, and he's tall. Like I'm always like because we used to live in Eagle Rock, and we would go to the Eagle Rock Target, and I'd be like, "Do you think they're mad at me?" And he's like, "They're not mad at you. None of them want me."
You go to
I'm like,
Seafood City there?
I'm like, "Yeah, but you're 6. You know, you're 6 foot plus." And he's like, "They don't. They know They can tell I'm not rich. Like they don't. They're like they're proud of me. They're like,
Yeah.
you good. You got that nice white girl. Good."
So Megan, do you want anything to plug that you want to plug?
I host a podcast for the Lifetime Network called
Wow.
I Love a Lifetime Movie with Naomi Ekperigin, another very funny comedian, and we watch and break down Lifetime movies every week.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really, really fun. And then, oh, wow, Gilbert, you are good. See, Filipinos are the most
You're
talented.
the best.
And then I have so many podcasts. It's kind of someone was like, "Why do you have so many podcasts?" It's like, "Because I'm a loser and I'll just do whatever." So then I have a sports podcast called Megan Fun of Sports that I host with this other really funny girl, Megan Connolly, who used to be the Patriots reporter.
Oh, wow.
And now works for WWE. And so those are sort of like the two main. And gosh, I'm trying to think what Pause will be coming back in the spring. And so that's really exciting. And then I might have another failed pilot this year. And so
Good.
that's really exciting
Congrats.
too.
On a
Thank you.
network?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Those are brutal to go through.
It's really brutal. And they're filming for a show that got picked up, like instead of mine, on my street.
Oh, God.
You know, so they have like
No,
no
really?
parking signs.
Oh,
and then
that's
like
so
a guy
funny.
came and knocked on the door and was like, "Hey, so we're gonna be shooting." And I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking
A really good pilot. Yeah.
yeah, like he's like so nice, has no idea that he's
Yeah.
pouring salt in the wound. Yeah, so that's
So you have a baby on the way,
a baby on the
maybe
yeah.
a pilot, right? Two great podcasts. You're doing the road a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Road a little.
Wrote a little.
You know what? One day, and I'm going to make this happen. You can say no. I'm going to one day, just one time, do one more road date with you. I'll pay you really good.
Okay.
All right?
We should go back to
Maybe
Oh,
next Schaumburg,
Schaumburg.
have you be the feature,
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
wow.
I'll pay you so good, because you know what I did. I feel so bad.
And I feel like in Schaumburg, Filipinos come and see you.
They do.
You know, I got a lot of Filipino
I would love
material.
that, right? I would love that. If, we'll see how this takes us. But I think this is a good beginning. And I don't wear stuff like this. but
You've
it's
come
for you.
undone.
I've come undone. This thing was hurting my titties.
Yeah, no, it's painful. That's why I wouldn't wear one.
When you demanded it.
That's true. So it wasn't this what you were
It
wearing.
was not. It
I'm
was
so
not.
fucking. I'm an asshole.
No, it's totally fine. It's
Give Megan Gailey a big round of applause.
Chocolate.